Good morning, folks. Welcome to Farming Simulator 2019. You can see over here by our soybeans, they are 100% ready to harvest. So, that means we need to, well, I was going to hop in the combine, but first, we need to get our John Deere positioned so that we can unload it a little bit easier. I think if we just put it, I'm going to put it right around middle of the field, somewhere around here. Because I think having a nice central location is going to make it quite a bit easier. Go ahead and shut off the engine while we run over to the combine. Then once we hop in, we can start harvesting some soybeans. Now, I did take a look at this combine and the header. And weirdly enough, the header is getting really close to needing service already. So probably whenever we take the John Deere 6M in, don't really say John Deere since our entire fleet is John Deere. Whenever I take that in, I'll probably tow the header along behind it, try and get that taken care of as well, get it repaired. Because for whatever reason, it's needing service sooner than the combine is. So, not sure what exactly is up with that, but, you know, it's had to go through quite a bit. It's been transported a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it's just something weird related to the fact that we have been a little rough on it, trying to get onto the trailer, all that stuff. But other than that, just time to get combining. Looks like we're a little bit of yield. I did figure out that even though we did fertilize the field twice, I'm guessing since we didn't do one of them while they were growing, for whatever reason, these things only have one set of fertilizer on it. And it's too late to do it now, so we're gonna roll with it. We're just gonna take our slight hit and learn from there. So I'm debating. I've seen mostly, you know, I haven't done it because of the high yields and the fact that hiring a worker does cost money, so I don't really want to deal with that as much as possible. But if we went to wheat, should we grab a loading wagon for the straw, or should we just swath it behind us? I don't think they have the chopped straw mod enabled where you're able to use the swath behind you as additional fertilizer like they did in FS17, but once they do, is that something we should do, or do you think it would be better to just bale it, sell the bales, do whatever with the bales, especially once we get animals? Because I'm unsure, well, one, will we get animals in the future? I'm planning to. But for right now, you know, I enjoy the combining more than delivering giant trailers of grass to a bunch of sheep. That's just me. And I'm still, you know, I don't know where I stand on the whole horses thing. Something I'm still trying to figure out. Because yes, they're worth it, but they require, as far as money, they seem to be worth it, but they require so much additional work. Oh, definitely did not run over their crop there. If they complain about it, we'll just say that, you know, they missed a spot. They need to get their planter serviced. They're not gonna know it was me. Why would they know it was me? Looks like 2, maybe 3 more passes, and this field will be done. I'm actually kind of surprised it didn't fill up the trailer completely. Because once we unload this, it's definitely not going to fill it. But we should still have a pretty good profit made from it. Don't run over the crop again. If we do it a second time, then we can't blame it on their cedar. That one time, if they complain, we'll just say it's a cedar, but we can't do that if there's multiple spots. I did notice this combine seems to be going a little bit slower. Wondering if that's related to the maintenance. So, nope, not sure about it. We'll see what we're gonna do. Still goes quick enough. Still does the job. That's all that matters. Take one more turn. And yeah, we have the width to take care of this in one blow. Luckily. Barely, but we got it. Alright, this entire field is harvested. We can fly right on over here to the trailer and get her filled. Try not to flip the combine like we did to the tractor a little bit ago. While it's emptying, I'm going to take a moment to look. We'll come in here and see what the best price for soybeans is. It looks like it's over at the restaurant. At $9.26, that looks like a really good price. Now, where's the restaurant? Looks like it's down here next to fields 20 and 21, so that's good. Just head right on down there. Park the combine real quick. They still haven't fixed the folding thing, apparently. Wait, they have. I don't know what was up with it, but it's working today. We'll go ahead and park this thing right back over here. Just out of the way of the tracks. We have just shy of 17,000 liters in here. So, let's take a look, see what the best path to get there is. And we flipped a U-turn for no reason. So, let's head over here. We'll take the path, I think we'll go either through the spinnery or along the dirt road there. I'm thinking through the spinnery is going to be the better choice. At least as far as distance is concerned. And to get there, based on prices, I'm thinking we should get around 15,000, that's phenomenal. Didn't think we'd get anything close to that on that field. Especially once I realized I might have made a little mistake with the fertilizing of it. Gosh, I forgot just how bumpy this road is. Oh my god. Bump City. Jesus. We're definitely going to need some Tylenol after this ride. And don't mind us, Spinnery, we're not just cutting across your parking lot. Which hopefully you don't mind if we are, but we definitely aren't. I wonder what they're building here. Looks like maybe a house of some sort? Yeah, it looks like they might be building a new house. Interesting. Very interesting. Wonder how much it would cost to buy that from them. Lord knows we need a house. Because as nice as this tractor is, it's not really cutting it in the end. Alright, here we are. Go ahead and start dumping all these fresh soybeans. See exactly how much we get out of this. I can already tell it is quite a bit. Just shy of 15 and a half. Not too bad. We didn't do too bad there. Alright, we flipped it around. I will see you back at the farm, where either we're going to cultivate or we're going to find us a fresh contract, preferably combining. We can get knocked out of the park really quickly. So see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we found us a contract, and we had to lease some equipment for it. Equipment, not equipment. Because over on field 12 they have a good number of sugar beets that need harvesting. So once we figure out how to get this connected without wrecking everything, so I'm going to have to push it, we'll head on over there. So for equipment, I have this Ropa 2 with the 6x45, something along those lines, header. Then over here we have the Valtra T234 T-Series tractor with a Crampe Bandit 750 tipper. So overall, not too bad of a setup. Should have quite a bit of fun getting all this harvesting done. So once we get all this stuff over there, we'll get started with it, and I will see y'all then. Alright, we are here. Now, I already had the Panther unfolded, but I realized this thing has a really badass, at least I think it's pretty badass, unfolding animation just to watch. Just how involved and complex it is. Like, I didn't expect to see that at all. Just how many moving parts it has. It takes a while, but it definitely looks really awesome. So we'll go ahead and get started on these sugar beets. And these things are really going to yield well. So we're probably going to end up hiring a worker to take care of this. Simply because I'm not sure we have the time otherwise. Well, we're going to have to anyway when we're delivering it. We're probably going to have to make a whole bunch of trips. As you can see, we already have 2,500 taken care of. There's 3,000. We're not even halfway down the field yet. So, no, it'll be a few passes between each time that we need to unload, but when we need to unload, boy, it's gonna take quite a bit. Put quite a bit into the trailer. So I'll do the first pass here, just because it'll be simple enough. First pass until we need to unload, and then we'll start with a hired worker, getting everything taken care of, make it that much easier, simpler. Up here, I think probably going to go ahead and take care of unloading it, because while I think we can get through a third one without trouble, I don't think we can get through a fourth pass with it. So I'll actually play right into the hands nicely once we get up here, because it means that we'll be able to, since coming down will be the first one coming back, means we'll be able to unload on the fourth one every single time. And actually, this is the first time I've been on the inside of it. It looks pretty nice, actually. I'm fairly impressed. Now, we do have the hired worker going, so that means we need to go ahead and get the T-Series started up so that we can get it unloaded, but all that thing looked really nice. I think it would be kind of neat if, for example, you can see the screen in this tractor. If we could actually use the screen. Like, you know, whether it's... I know a lot of combines, tractors now have some sort of camera. I think it'd be kind of neat if we could configure those and look at them on there, but overall, this thing is... Both these are awesome, awesome machines. Come on, we need to keep unloading. That thing is actually flying. I'm trying to figure out exactly what speed it's going. Going right there at 7. Also unloads really quickly, wow. Okay, I'll go ahead and stop this here. And we'll take control of the combine again. Sugar beet harvester. We'll make that one extra pass. And I think once we go the opposite direction, once we flip around again on the other end, I think we'll be just about ready to head over and unload the first one. And oh god, the AI changed the steering format, so this is gonna take some getting used to for a second. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, this is bad. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. We have changed the steering back. Luckily we did not destroy the crops. Anyway, like I was saying, this thing on the inside is really nice. One thing I am noticing over on the screen that's a little disappointing is a lot of the vehicles, combines especially, will have a tracker for exactly how full your hopper is. I'm not noticing that on this screen. You know, it's not something you need to have, but it would be really nice just to have it there as well, instead of just the one down on the HUD. Because that's one of the things, like especially that John Deere T560 that we're using. Just being able to see it on there is kind of a neat little touch, but, you know, not a big deal. I do like how this thing moves faster than a regular combine, though, because those only move around 10 kilometers an hour. This thing's moving 12, so even though it has a much smaller header, it feels like it's going by so much faster just because of that one little detail. Alright, looks like we're coming up on the end of this row. One thing I will do is I'll go ahead and hire a worker now. I just kind of want to see how they turn around in this vehicle. Like the exact maneuvers, especially with the weird articulated steering thing that it seems to like to do. They seem to enjoy it. I don't know, it's just me, but especially on a harvester, it's hard to get used to. That's kind of why I prefer the all-wheel steering instead of the turn steering, as they call this. I mean, look at how intricate it's having to do that. I don't know, it just looked a little off. And they're only doing about half the row. They're not doing as much as they can, so that's always great. Regardless, I'll go ahead and get over here, start unloading, so that we can get the first load sold and taken care of. Looks like we're taking it... Oh, we're taking this down to the restaurant as well. So that's perfect. Alright, we'll flip it around here. Right alongside them. Since we already have this speed saved, that it travels, will be that much easier. Huh, that is kind of weird how it goes. Kind of goes backwards a little bit, but not overly. Oh, it looks like it's adjusted a little more because it's gone down the field, so that's better. And we'll just keep going all the way down and get it as full as we can before we go out. That way there's as much room as possible in the combine, in the sugar beet harvester, just in case it takes us a little bit to get back. For example, if we get stopped by a train, which there's always a possibility of that happening. Okay, that sound is a little bit annoying. It just sounds kind of like sand dropped on sand. But alright, nearly 38,000 liters. I'm assuming this thing holds 40,000, but that's quite a bit, especially for this tractor. We'll see how well it pulls it. I think it only has to go downhill, so that'll make it a little bit easier. If it had to go uphill, that could be a disaster, but uphill only shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it can still pick up speed, so that's definitely a good thing with it. Let's take a little bit to stop, though, which is understandable with just how full and how heavy this trailer is. How heavy this trailer has to be. Yeah, she is definitely pushing us. Go ahead and stop really quickly. I know you don't want to stop on tracks, so we'll kind of rolling stop it. I would feel bad if we just blew right through that. Then here's an actual stop sign. Luckily we're going left, so we don't have to make that super tight turn. In either direction, so we are free to go. Then a right. Trailer made it just fine. Oh, this thing. This thing is struggling to get up the hill so that we can unload it. Alright, let's find out exactly how much sugar beet we have. How much we've transported. 11%. Okay, so we're going to be making 9 more of those trips. Fantastic. Good to know. Definitely going to be a lot of trips. Especially if we overturn like that all the time. But we've got the train to deal with right here, so take a little bit longer to get over there. Actually, let's take a second and look and see how much we have. Alright, so we're good. Didn't harvest quite as much as I would have liked, but harvested a fair amount. About a quarter of the trailer. Be able to fit in there once we get back. But I think we'll give it one more pass. Just so that we can be sure that we have everything taken care of with it. Park it right here. And we can hop back in this thing and just enjoy the ride for a little bit. See just how well this thing takes care of the field. Alright, we are 93% done with this contract. Means we have... Why do I keep hitting that? Which means we have delivered and harvested a crap ton of sugar beets. And this has been an extremely long job, just in terms of real time. It's been fun, but it's definitely taken a little bit of time to take care of. But hopefully this should be the last trailer full. We might have a little bit of straggler amount to do, but once that's finished, should have a nice payday. I think this contract is over 20,000. So you can imagine how good our payday is going to be, especially when you count the additional amount that we end up getting from completing the job, and not just that, but the additional amount that we're going to end up delivering and selling. We get to keep the extra, which is always a nice little bonus for us. So I will put this kind of up here so that while we're on our way over, we can go ahead and just unload it while we're heading back. Then we will hop into the Rapa, however you pronounce it, Panther 2, let's just call it that. Go ahead and hop in here. Everything's set back to the way we like it. And just a few more rows and this thing is going to be completely finished. I'm curious if we'll be able to get it all into this trailer, or if we're going to have to grab us another one, fill another trailer full, or at least a little bit of it. That'll be something interesting to watch, just how much it can hold, how much is left on this field. You know, after working with it, I like this thing. I actually really like the graphics on it. How it just shows the Panther just looking, it's just about ready to go in and kill, destroy, whatever you want to call it. Being ready to just go annihilate. Except instead of some kind of prey, it is annihilating sugar beets. So, a little anticlimactic, but still looks badass just the same. I'll admit I'm annoyed at myself for missing those little pieces over there, but I'm not going to get myself too worked up about it. If we have room in the trailer, after we finish all this up, I might go hit those, just so we can get the little bit extra, because, I mean, a few liters gives a tiny bit more pay, which I'm never going to complain about, especially since we're living out of a freaking John Deere 6M. Although I have thought about just seeing if we can fit an air mattress in the back of the tipper, because that'd be decent. If it's raining, you know, we can open the tiny little hatch in the back and put the cover over it so we can at least breathe. You know, we'll figure it out if we need to. We'll live. Alright, it's gonna contact, isn't it? Yes, it is. So let's raise that up. Get it right in the corner. Come on. There we go. We'll just unload it right here, real quick. And now that that's done, we can go back to finishing up field. The faster we get it done, the faster we can sell, and the faster we can go to bed. Very full day, working our own field, working this field. I was almost hoping we'd be able to have time so that we'd be able to go ahead and get our field cultivated before the end of the day, but I don't think we're gonna have the time to be able to get that done. I think that's gonna be a job for tomorrow morning, which no big deal. Couldn't take too long to do. I think our header is just wide enough that we'll be able to get this done one last pass. And it looks like it will be, which will make it go... I don't feel like it go fast, but that just makes me happy, you know? It's just like that commercial where you turn and the last swath that you need to do is exactly the width. Like, it just gives you that kind of feeling. It's that nice, peaceful, everything is alright in the world kind of mentality. Just sit here, harvesting some fresh beets that are eventually going to be used for the sugar in your soda, or the sugar you put in your tea, or just anything really. It's kind of crazy if you ever look at it, just to realize how much sugar comes from sugar beets instead of other sources. Like, you'd be amazed if you ever look it up. I dare you to. Dare every one of you to look that up. Just how much sugar comes from sugar beets. At least in the United States. Because I think it's somewhere around 20 to 25% of all sugar. It's from these things that are grown in the ground. I don't know, just something really cool to think about. And I am thinking we will have room in the trailer for all of these, even if we want to go hit the spots that we kind of missed and need to touch up if we feel like it. Because we should have enough regardless to complete the contract. But the little extra pay is never going to hurt, like we said. Alright, so let's look. We can fit around just under 15,000 in there, so we should be able to pick up some of these sugar beets that we might have missed. So I will take care of that. We'll go to the sell point, and I will meet you guys over there to find out exactly how much we have made. Alright, we're coming up on the sell point. We deliver these two, and probably a little over half of it is going to go towards completing the contracts. So, oh, this thing takes some time to break. So we'll see how much we actually get, how much our cut is going to be. We got the entire field completely taken care of. So let's go ahead and start unloading these. Just shy of a full trailer, but we definitely got more than enough. There's the contract done. But we got a little bit. Nothing crazy. We got just shy of $3,400. I'd say it was worth it, the additional amount. Go ahead and shut off the engine, and the contract just shy of $20,000 at $19,754. So that's completely done. Tractor's gone. And we can go ahead and pay off a good amount of our loan. So we've paid off about $100,000 off of what we could max it out as. So not too shabby. We're getting there. Shouldn't be too long until we can add Field 16 to our repertoire. And I'm exhausted. I have no idea what this thing is, but I'm going to sit down on it. Rest for the end of the day. So thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I hope to see you guys on the next video, where hopefully we can get our own field worked even more instead of doing so many contracts. We'll see ya.